It's a migration massacre in Massachusetts. Shark Island. The 2017 novel by Chris Jameson. It's an intense ride with diverse characters, shocking shark attacks, and one hell of a reasoning behind the mayhem. The plot. Naomi Cardiff survived a shark attack a year ago, but not without losing her leg. Since then, she's been determined to overcome her fears. Night after sleepless night, it seems all hope may be lost. That is, until she's recruited to be a photographer for a migration study. The scientists are trying to have the seals move to another part of the ocean because they're eating all the fish in the vicinity. While using a neurological device that makes them move, they end up causing more harm than good. Now, along with a family of 4, a team of activists, and 2 fishermen, the sharks will come and a feeding frenzy will commence. While I loved reading this book, there are some problems. First off, spoilers. Those activists that are well-developed and seemingly integral to the plot end up all dying very quickly, and no mention of them is ever brought up again. It's like they were just there to serve no purpose. Another thing, also spoilers, is that we never really find out why this device is making the sharks go crazy. It just does, and that's that. Other than that, though, this book is pretty awesome. With its developed characters, well-written dialogue, and easy-to-understand science, it comes off as a fun B-grade book. It also has tons of unexpected deaths, shocking shark attacks, and tons of blood. Amongst the characters, there's Eddie, Rosaline, Ty, Kate, Nador, the first mate, I can't remember his name, Walter, Jamie, and the family of 4. I can't remember their names. Every character has a purpose or a reason to live. You want them to, but when they die, you are firstly torn from their loss. But then it hits you that all this character was striving for is meaningless, and then you wonder how it's going to affect the other people in their lives. This book also takes some scary turns. Things you knew were going to happen, but you were too afraid to accept it, end up happening, and it's intense. The gore, people are eaten in bloody fashion, but nothing too graphic. There's gory scenes where someone is bitten in half, and someone loses an arm, and you can feel the terror and shock they experience. Jameson often says who's going to die before they do, with lines describing like, "That was when she saw them die," or something similar to it. It soon becomes obvious that a majority of all the people they're describing are not going to make it to the next chapter. This is a taut, terrifying, and traumatic trip. Tons of characters, and there's a majority of them you care about. Gruesome shark kills, and a plot device that, while it isn't explained all too well, it is still creative, and makes this one hell of a fun summer read. I highly recommend it, as it is highly enjoyable and a real page-turner. Overall, I give Shark Island a 4 out of 5. Lion Brian Gatto, host of Horror Show Entertainment. Make sure to like my Facebook page in the description below, leave comments, and subscribe.